It's been a long time since we first came to Lordran. Flying on top of the crow, down here, looking over at that direction, ready to start the journey into the Underberg, and off to the rest of the game. Now, we're back here, to finish it off once and for all. Cramped is no longer here, because we sort of pissed him off. But nevertheless, it will be finished tonight. We have all of the Lord Souls. It is time to go to the first flame. Thinking about what I might need for this encounter, flash would actually be useful, but I don't know, maybe I'll keep it. With the boss, the final boss, Gwyn himself, there are many ways of dealing with Gwyn. One involves spamming Great Combustion and taking advantage of the fact that he will dodge over and over again. Another involves using a shield to set up parry, or just parrying in general if you're good enough. I won't really be doing either. I want to fight him as legit as possible, and when you do, you realise how relentless and horrible Gwyn can actually be. Which I think is fair. He's supposed to be this big god who took on the dragons and fucked them over big time. Like, yeah, he's burnt out and past his prime, but he's still gonna have a hell of a fight. So, we'll see. It's time. Time to see the first flame with our very own eyes, and the aftermath of such an encounter. Quite a blast this thing must have given off, to turn this entire area into ash. This, incidentally, is the only area with respawning Black Knights, so if you haven't picked up any of their gear yet, here's the place to do it. They also regularly drop chunks of different varieties, which is not too bad. For obvious reasons, you don't want to fight this guy here where he is. Now for what will be the final corpse pickup outside of Black Knights in the game. Let's have a read. Let's have a good old read, for old time's sake. Armour of the Black Knights who haunt Lordran. The knights followed Lord Gwyn when he departed to link the fire. They were burnt ashes in a newly kindled flame, wandering the world as disembodied spirits ever after. Hence why they keep showing up. In different places, in different spots. They were originally meant to be actually roaming enemies, but the FromSoft just couldn't really manage it at the time. Also, it's our buddy Solaire again. We won't be summoning him, but it's nice to know that he's there, which tells us in his world, he's at this point as well, ready to make that choice. Now you might think, well, considering it's Solaire and he's after his own son, he's going to link the fire. But that's not necessarily going to be the case, because if you remember, last time we saw him, he was crestfallen. He had failed to find his son and he'd given up on his search, so who knows? Maybe he buys into the Undead Curse stuff and will become his own son by linking the fire? That's what's implied, but maybe not. Maybe he gave up for good, and is just going to finish things off, once and for all. Also, this is pretty funny if I can get it to work. Nope. Oh! I nearly just fucking trolled myself. Luckily, I'm the parry god, Call Peeve. Oh, so good. Oh. Incidentally, the Black Knight Great Axe, my favourite strength weapon in the game. It is fucking awesome. I hate trying to parry this thing, but why not? I parried everything else so far. And that is that. Last mob down. It's time to fight Gwyn. I'm gonna say my piece when it's done, but I will say it's been fun. Now let's get one final fight. And that is that. The mighty Lord of Sunlight has now fallen a Lord of Cinder. Lord Gwyn bequeathed most of his power to the gods and burned as cinder for the first flame. But even so, Lord Gwyn's soul is a powerful thing indeed. And we just put an end to it. Now here is the choice. The one that has been presented us by Frampton Calf. You can either go and link the fire, continue the Age of Fire as Gwyn had desired, But to what purpose? Many characters at this point have told us that the Age of Dark is almost inevitable. The fire cannot keep going forever. And considering that we are just a human, we don't have a light soul, we have a dark soul. How long will we stay burning, and how long will we keep the fire going? When Lord Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, could not keep it going forever. That is why I choose the dark ending more than any. It accepts, and indeed even embraces, the inevitability of the Age of Dark. An age where, yes, many terrible things may happen, but there is also the possibility for good, for change, for more stories of characters like Solaire and Siegmeyer that may be tragic, but may also be beautiful nonetheless. Thank you very much for sticking with me through what has been a long Let's Play, and it is my profound pleasure to finally finish this playthrough of one of my favourite games of all time. Let's go. Embrace the dark.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Carth and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.